Happy Who Day to everybody! Today I am ranking my top 5 picks of the First Doctor. My 5th pick is The Keys of Marinus. It's one of those early First Doctor stories that quietly does something really, really clever and plays with the serial format and breaks it up into 6 mini adventures. The first location is the glass sea with the acid beach, which in my opinion is so 60s Doctor Who. The second location is the creepy empty city where Susan gets attacked by the Vord. Then the psychedelic jungle with the killer plants, which is very, very 60s Doctor Who also. Then you get this whodunit where Ian gets framed with the whole courtroom drama. Oh, and my favourite part of this story is when they're in the ice caves and Ian battles them ice warriors. Not them ice warriors. These ice warriors. And it really showcases the early TARDIS team. Ian, Barbara, Susan and the First Doctor all get something to do, really, and have their moment to shine. It's a story that I find it's really overlooked. I don't really see people talking about it, really. Please do share your comments if you do actually love this story, because I feel the Keys of Marinus needs more love. My number 4 pick is The War Machines. The War Machines is often an overlooked story. It's actually quite significant within the Hartnell era. A era that's not afraid to experiment, and that's what I like about the Hartnell era, is not afraid to take risks. Unlike many 60s stories, it relies on alien planets or historical settings. This is a very more grounded approach in then contemporary 60s London. William Hartnell's performance in this is fantastic. He gets a lot of flack in his later tenure as the Doctor because of his health issues, but in this story he brings a fantastic performance. There's also Polly and Ben. Polly and Ben is they spark off wow. I think they have a great chemistry. I feel they work better with the second Doctor, but I like their first couple of appearances with Hartnell. But yeah, they do work better with the second Doctor, and this is one of their best stories. So that's my number 4 pick. My number 3 pick is The Time Meddler. The Time Meddler is a story that has a modern feel about it. It blends historical and science fiction elements for the first time. Before the Time Meddler, the show tended to pure historicals and science fiction adventures separate. The Monk is a fantastic concept. It's the first time they had one of the Doctor's people become like a sort of antagonist for the Doctor. He's not really an antagonist. He's not really evil. He's playful, mischievous, a bit chaotic at times. Yet just not evil. I like that. It's basically the baseline of what they were going to do later on with the Master, the War Chief, the Master, the Rani. I said the Master twice. Yeah. And again, William Hartnell, my God, he brings a fantastic performance in this. Him and Peter Butterworth, they bounce off each other very well. I love when they're together, especially when the Doctor is holding the monk hostage, pretending he has a gun in his back. That's one of my favourite moments. And when the Doctor is locked up in his cell, and the monk brings him food and throws it back into his face. It's just it just has them funny elements to that story which I just love. And this story is kind of maybe a soft reboot for the series to this point. It's the first story without Ian and Barbara, and Stephen and Vicky are a great replacement for them. So yeah, this is my number 3 pick. It's just a great story. If you've never seen it, go and watch it. My number 2 pick is The Aztecs. The Aztecs is possibly my favourite pure historical period. It's possibly one of the strongest stories in the first series of Doctor Who. It has a compelling moral dilemma in this story. At the centre, you have Barbara attempting to change history by ending human sacrifices. I love that aspect of that story. Barbara wanting to improve history, but the Doctor is like, no, Barbara, you cannot change history. And it gives this tension within the story and adds an emotional weight that drives every scene with the Doctor and Barbara battling it out. Who's right and who's wrong. It's fantastic. And I also like the subplot with William Hartnell and Kamika. It's when they are drinking cocoa beans. It's it brings a certain warmth and humour to that part of the story. It's just great. And I also like the very tight directing from John Crockett. I'm not sure if he's done any more Doctor Who, but the directing in that story is great. And my number 1 pick is the Daleks' invasion of Earth. You probably didn't expect this one, but it is actually my favourite Hartnell story. It's a story that I go back to a lot, especially since the season 2 Blu-ray box set came out. I've watched it quite a few times since then, and it was my first 60s Dalek story as well, so it has a nostalgia to it as well. And I like the full scale blockbuster on a limited budget. It's just such a good romp. The Daleks ruling Earth, human slaves, resistant fighters, ruined cities, global stakes in the story, and the location filming in this story is just iconic. When you think of 60s Doctor Who, well, when I think of 60s Doctor Who, I think of Daleks in London. It's just one of the most memorable sights in the show's history. And I also like the dark, bleak atmosphere in this story. And there's some there's real death and suffering in this story, which I feel is missing from current Dalek stories. They are actually taken seriously in this story as a threat. So yeah, this is my number one pick. I hope you have enjoyed my little ranking of the stories of the First Doctor era. So if you like this and want to see more, comment below. And also put your rankings of your top 5s, even your top 10s. And if you like this video, go and check out some more. They're coming up on the screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to Not Another Who podcast.